Hey, how are you? Welcome back again over here. Excited to talk to you again. Now this
Hey
year,
man,
2022. I'm not used to saying it again. But how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm I'm hanging in here. Uh, I have a tour that was gonna start next week, which we had to postpone. So I'm a little sad about that, but that's what's happening all the time these days.
Yeah, for sure. But in the meantime, I've seen you perform over here in Mexico and in all other places. So I think that you do have a lot of good memories so far by now, no? So
Yeah,
how's it been
yeah,
that you
absolutely.
come back to stages again and that you tested all your new music on stage?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm super thankful, especially going to Mexico. Yeah, it's always really nice to play there.
What do you think was I mean, you show a lot of new music because you released an album last year as well, and now you've been working a lot with new singles, remixes, etc. So, uh, how do you see the reaction of the people with your new tracks on the shows?
The reactions were really good. I was actually, yeah, it's nice to see that people are already singing along to some of the new songs, which is really cool because for a long time, I just had them in my head or in my studio in Berlin, and then it's being released. But when we released it, I couldn't. Um, yeah, there were like limited options of performing, so yeah, it's really nice to see that people were actually listening to the new songs and know the lyrics and sing along. And
Yeah,
yeah, that's nice. I also got to try out some new demos, which I did in the past weeks, and um, that was also kind of exciting for me.
well, that those are great news to know that you have like a lot more music to release probably this year. I don't know when you plan to release all of that, but I mean that's always super excited to see that one of your favorite artists is always in studio creating new music and sharing it with the audience, etc. So people might know because I mean you're also super popular inside the social media because how you do your shows, because you do this live performance as well, you sing on the shows, etc. So uh, what how did you feel also with the type of show you deliver, because of course people might know that your performances sometimes are inside some of big festivals where there are only DJs or producers, and in your type of show is a more complete way to perform the music live. So uh, have you discovered like new instrument that you want to share live, or how's it yeah, like how do you feel with this new setup that you're showing to the world? I mean, it's not new, but probably it's a new evolution of your show.
Um, yeah, I'm constantly kind of changing my setup and like trying to improve things. Also, sometimes, for example, my recent show in Mexico, we had this trouble that my luggage didn't arrive with the synth that I usually play on, so we had to like spontaneously find another synth which I had never played on before,
Mhm.
um, which was kind of fun to just improvise on stage and like discover it while playing.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, for me, it's most important that I'm keeping like my setup interesting for myself. And as soon as I realize that I don't know, just starting to do the same things over again, and like not really feeling inspired anymore by the options that I have within my setup, then yeah, I usually tend to change something up, like add a new instrument or yeah, try to work on some new effects within Ableton and just do
right,
something that feeds me back with inspiration while I play.
sure. So also, I mean, talking about your music, you've recently released this new version of Fidale. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but
Yeah.
yeah, this new track. Can you tell us more about this? Because I mean, the track was released a few years ago, but now this is a new version, or I don't know how to describe it properly, because it's not a remix; it's a whole new production as well. No.
Mm. Yeah, it started as a remix for Zigan Aldi, which is a DJ that I'd known from Berlin, and I don't really remember when I first started working on it because it is a long time ago, and we had a lot of trouble. So the label he was releasing on, I don't know what was going on with them. Maybe they were in some sort of transition, but for some reason they didn't get to release the song. And I was playing it already, and it was like my favorite song within my set, and I wanted to release it, but for some reason there were I don't know what problems there were, but I think they were waiting for more remixes, or they wanted to release it as a bundle with someone else and that person didn't get ready. Or anyway, at some point I kind of gave up on it and I just had the song for myself, and I thought, okay, it's nice that this is just me being able to play it. And then last year we figured out a way to move the song from the old label to a new label, and then we had the perspective of finally releasing it. So I worked on I changed up the production a little bit more again and try to make it more modern for myself, and and now finally it's out, which I wouldn't have believed that to be possible.
Yeah, after all the paperwork.
Yeah.
But I mean, if people listen to this track, I mean, one of the things that I love sometimes about a lot of music is the sense that you go into this track and it's like a journey itself. No, I mean, it's only one track, it's several minutes, but inside this track, it's a whole journey of magicness. I mean, I don't know how to describe it very well, but probably people in Tulum can feel what I'm trying to describe right now. But yeah, I mean, it's a trip by itself, no? So I mean, can you explain us a bit about the production of this type of music that you deliver to the audience? Because it's I mean, of course it has techno on it, but you put more layers on it, no? So
yeah, the production actually also evolved over the past, over the years that I played it. My first version was still kind of I don't know how to explain it, more more chilled, a little bit lower in its energy. It had this a different bass line, and there was already this trippy kind of vibe to it, and I thought it kind of reminded me of trance music, so I wanted to move it into that direction, and I added this trancey kind of bass, and that's where I ended up with trying to, I don't know, have something melodic and have some lyrics that I like, or a message that I like, and then but put it into this very trippy context. And also on the drop there's this weird synth sound that just sounds kind of off, and I like the way that it's transitioning in that way, and the contrasts within the song.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, people need to listen to it to understand what we're trying to say here. But I mean, because I love this type of music so much. I mean, the way that it's created, if people haven't listened to it, I mean, it's a cool song that you can listen if you are just chilling in, but you can also dance a lot to it. So yeah, that's one of the best two things that people can find inside this track. So, I mean, of course, you have a lot of music. You already told me that you have a lot of unreleased music as well that you want to do. But I would like to know, what are your plans for this year? I mean, we're just starting February, but of course, you probably, apart from the tours that you have planned, what else are we expecting from your side this year?
The tours hopefully I hope that they can happen. I did a bunch of collaborations, which yeah, I hope we can release this year. I went to the studio with Stefan Jolk, a guy from Italy, and then Adam Port and we worked on a track together a few weeks ago, which I really like. And that's all very new, so I don't know if it can come out this year, but I hope so. And apart from that, what else? We're gonna there's gonna be like a bonus EP for my album, and I'm thinking of doing acoustic versions of some of the album songs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, which is something I always like to do because it's fun to reinterpret my own songs, and like the acoustic world is where I'm originally from, and it's
Sure.
I like adding that to the electronic production. So, but I still have to record it. So
it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be massive. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to that version of it. So the extension is from this album, Under the Darkening Skies, no? The bonus EP that you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Monolink, for having me. And I mean, I don't know if you want to add anything else for your Latin fans over here that always receive you very well. So we'll be very excited to know more about you.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I'm looking forward to coming back.
For sure. You're welcome as always.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.